Let's talk about a mistake that doesn't look like a mistake until you realize how much money it's quietly leaving on the table. Marketing mistake number 22, using vague service descriptions. And this one hits differently when you're no longer new, because at this stage, you're not confused about your skill. You're not unsure about your talent. You know your work is solid. But clients still hesitate. They ask a lot of questions. They DM instead of booking. They say things like, I'm just looking, or I'm not sure which option is right. And it's tempting to assume that the issue is price, but more often than not, it's clarity. Let me tell you what I see again and again with experienced henna artists. Beautiful branding, strong portfolio, great reputation, and then a service menu that reads like poetry. Creative names, short descriptions, a lot of vibe, but very little actual information. And here's the problem. Clients don't book vibes. They book decisions, and decisions require clarity. When someone is looking at your services, they're not trying to be impressed by your creativity. They're trying to answer practical questions. What am I actually getting? How long does this take? Is this right for my event? What happens when I show up? If your descriptions don't answer those questions, your client's brain does something very predictable. It pauses. And when the brain pauses, it defaults to safety, which means waiting, or asking questions, or choosing someone else who made it easier. This is why clear is better than clever is not just advice, it's strategy. Vague descriptions don't make you sound premium. They make you sound risky. Not because you are, but because uncertainty always feels risky to the buyer, especially to higher quality clients. Now, here's something that might sting a little bit, but I do say it with respect. If someone has to DM you just to understand what a service includes, that service is underdescribed. DMs should be for relationship building, not basic clarification. When your services are clear, your DMs get calmer, more intentional, more qualified, and your bookings become smoother. This mistake often shows up because artists worry that spelling things out will make them sound basic, but clarity does not cheapen your work, it elevates it, because clarity signals confidence. It says, I know exactly what I offer, and I don't need to hide behind vague language. This is especially important when you're ready to be seen as a professional, not just any old henna artist. Professionals explain their process. They set expectations. They guide clients towards the right choice. Now, let's talk about what actually works. Strong service descriptions include 3 things, friends. What's included, how long it takes, who it's for. That's it. You don't need paragraphs. You don't need precision. For example, instead of a name like Bridal Luxe Experience with one vague sentence, imagine clarity like this. Custom bridal henna session includes consultation, full hand designs, full aftercare, ideal for brides who want intricate, long-lasting designs, approximate duration, 3 to 4 hours. Notice what that does. It removes all the guesswork. It helps the client picture the experience. It lets them self-select with confidence. And when clients feel confident, they book faster. Visuals, they help here too. Photos next to services, examples of scale, before and after moments. Your client shouldn't have to imagine what medium or full means. Show them. Clarity is not just written, it's visual, right? Now, let's move on to a correction, and this is very intentionally focused, okay? Choose one service listing, not your whole menu, one, and update it. Add a short bullet list that clearly outlines what's included, who it's ideal for. That's it. That's your actionable task. You're not rebuilding everything today. You're testing clarity to see how it performs. And once you feel the difference in inquiries, in confidence, in smoother conversations, you're going to want to apply it everywhere. Here's the deeper shift that I also want you to make as an ambitious artist. Your job is not just to offer services. Your job is to make choosing you feel easy. Ease is a luxury, and clarity is how you deliver it. If you've ever felt like clients don't get it, this is often why. Not because they're uneducated, because they're human. And humans choose what feels understandable to them. If you want help refining your service descriptions, structuring your offers, and positioning your work so it's chosen without friction, this is exactly the kind of work we do inside of the Hennapreneur app. We don't just help you sell more, we help you communicate better so the right clients say yes with confidence. Download the Hennapreneur app if you're ready for your services to be seen, understood, and valued the way that they deserve to be when you come and work with me inside of my programs there. Because when clarity leads, bookings follow.